All right, so it's my first live. I want to post this on IGTV and YouTube later, so no one's joined yet. But this is for y'all that are watching after the fact. I'm also gonna put this on my story so you can watch it for 24 hours after this. What's up, Caleb? Oh man, I think you can join one of those. Yeah, there we go. It's loading right now.
What's up, man?
Hello, Caleb. How you doing?
Not much. How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
This is your first live?
Yeah, on this account, anyways. Yeah.
Word. All
What's
right.
up, Allie? That's my cousin right there. All right, so just real quick, this is something I'm gonna try to do like every week. So about every Sunday, I'm gonna try to interview someone different, soccer, fitness kind of person. Then I'm gonna post it on YouTube a few weeks from now. I'll post like an IGTV series of this as well. For those of y'all that don't know, this is Caleb Wu. I've been messaging him for like the last few weeks or so. He's another D3 soccer player. He's also on YouTube. He's been doing it for a while longer than me. And next year, he's going to be a sophomore at Anna Maria College. So those of y'all that don't know, go check him out. What's up, Ben? How you doing? But I'll just let you introduce yourself now, man.
Yeah, so you basically did a good introduction for me. Um, but yeah, I started YouTube I think a little earlier than you. When did you start?
I think like early November last year when I
Oh,
started.
okay. Yeah. I started last year around May, early May. It was like the end of April.
So what got you into YouTube? Like, why'd you want to
So,
start?
yeah, so basically um I went to London, right? And I started more just like vlogs and like school videos, and that honestly brought hype to my channel. But I've been venturing more to the soccer side
Yeah.
because like a lot of people have been commenting. I get a lot of DMs about that too, and just like I'm sure you get DMs too, tons of DMs too. Um,
Yeah.
but I get DMs from like people from England, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
like if you look at the analytics, like I've gotten people from viewing from like Ecuador and Netherlands, and so it's cool to see like your platform like reach a bunch of other people. But
Yeah,
at
for
the same
sure.
time, I've still been integrating vlogs and like different type of videos as well.
Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely.
yeah. What places have you gotten people from? Do you know?
Um, there's a guy, I got to like video chat with him. He's from Algeria. And
That's
I've been
sick.
talking to him quite a bit. It was really cool. And there's been a guy from Argentina who committed to a school here, and he like commented on one of my videos. A couple guys from like England, Scotland. Like it's just really
Yeah,
cool. All the different
yeah,
people.
for
Like
sure.
you would never thought they'd be interested in college soccer
Yeah,
or whatever. That's the coolest part about it for
yeah, for
sure.
sure.
So what, like, who or what inspired you to start YouTube too, and just
Yeah, so I went to London, and in Leicester Square, there are a couple of YouTubers there, and they were doing public interviews, and that's like big in London, especially. So
mm,
they just asked me questions, and honestly, I messed up really bad. They asked me some basic questions, but I'm telling you, it's way harder than you
yeah,
think. And I was like, this is cool. Like, I should start this. So I
yeah,
did a Q&A, and a bunch of people wanted me to make another video. And last year was senior year for me in my high school, and basically people were telling me like just to make more videos and like to do make something interesting out of like the last few months of high school.
yeah.
So that's what I did.
I think I saw that clip too. But weren't they asking you like Brexit or something?
Oh
And
yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
I have no idea what that really whole deal
Yeah,
is either. So I
I
don't
mean
blame
that's
you.
like simple for them, but like
Yeah,
for us, it's like a little more like advanced, I guess.
yeah. All I know is everyone was pissed off about it. That's like I don't know what the deal is. That's cool. You travel a lot.
Yeah, so I travel a bit. I go to LA and Boston a lot because my cousins and grandparents are there. Um, but that was my first time going to England, so that was a new experience. What about you?
Yeah, but mostly just see family. So
Yeah.
like California, Nevada, Texas. I don't really go that far from home, but
Wait, so you're Pacific time. What state are you in right now?
Arizona.
Arizona. Okay. And your college is in Arizona too?
No, I go to Texas for
Oh,
school.
okay. So
But
how,
there's
yeah. How far is like the drive or do you fly?
I try to fly, but since whenever I have to move stuff, I drive.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's never fun. And it's
How
like
long is it?
16 hours.
8 hours?
16 hours.
16 hours?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Wow.
the
All right.
flight is
So
like 2, so every chance I get, I'm gonna fly. But what about
that's
you?
crazy.
Because you're
Um,
in New York, right? And
yeah,
what
so I'm
state
in
is your school
upstate
in?
New York and then my college is in Massachusetts, so
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So that's like a couple hours or what?
Yeah, it takes me about 3.5 hours a drive, so it's not too bad. A couple other colleges were a little farther away.
Mm.
I'm sure we're going to talk about recruiting as well. Um, what were the farthest colleges that you were considering?
Um, I mean, I had quite a few. Like your school, I think I told you a while ago. They emailed me.
Yeah,
But I just told them like I didn't want to go that far from home.
yeah,
So I did get some emails like Florida, Massachusetts, Nebraska, over there. But I kind of just respectfully told them like I just want to stay closer
yeah,
to home. So I had a few of those, but I didn't really pursue them. And then
yeah.
the school I'm going to now is probably just about the farthest I'd want to go from home, at least
Hmm.
how I was thinking back then. So,
Yeah.
what about you?
Yeah, so I had I had some colleges in California that like emailed, but like I didn't want to pursue it. Like obviously, like that was a little too far. And
Yeah.
then there was this one college, um, in Pennsylvania, and they have this Steelers training camp there. So it
Mm.
was pretty dope. So when I went for my visit, like me and a couple other recruits were able to like go like to a part of campus that no one else was really supposed to go to for uh, that day because they had training camp.
Yeah.
And so I met Antonio Brown and Juju Smith Schuster,
Oh, yeah. I think I
and
saw that.
that was pretty crazy. So yeah.
That's cool, man. um,
What recruiting stories do you have? Any crazy stories or
um,
overnights or
I mean, there was a camp I went to, like one of those exact camps where they had like 60 coaches or whatever. And Stanford is always. Okay, well, I'll answer that next. um, but yeah, I went to that
What's up,
camp,
Brendan?
and then let's join. What's up, Max? One. Sorry about that. Um, so yeah, I went to a camp, California, the summer before my senior year, and like Stanford has always been my dream school. And then I saw like when the Stanford coach is going to be there, and then he ends up like coaching my tournament team, which was super cool. And he was super quiet, but it was really cool to just get feedback from him.
Hmm.
And then the other coach, he was like a D3. He's a coach at Johnson and Wales or D3 in Denver. And at the time, like just some random D3, it's like, but
Hmm.
now I play against him every year. So that's
Yeah,
pretty cool too. I doubt he remembers me. I don't really talk to him that much. I mean, I didn't really talk to him after the camp, but
yeah.
that was just cool too, going to that camp. Ben had a question here real quick. Do y'all think the D3 men's soccer bracket should be more than 64 teams as there's over 30 conferences? I don't know. What do you think, Caleb?
Honestly, I think 64 is a good number. Like honestly, like all brackets have 64 teams, like at every division basically, and every sport, or like not every sport, but like basketball on all divisions has 64. So I
Yeah.
think it's just a good number.
Yeah. I mean, it is definitely not proportional because D1 is like, what, 120 schools or something, and less have
Yeah.
soccer. And then D3, there's over 300 schools.
Hmm.
So, but then again, I think if the the bracket was like 120 or something, that would be a super long tournament. That would be
Yeah,
crazy.
just
And
an
then it's
extra
also
round. Yeah,
yeah, and it's also more rewarding. Like when you make the tournament D3, that's like huge,
yeah,
and then
for
D1,
sure.
it seems like it's still an accomplishment, but
Yeah.
for D3, that's like a really big deal. So that's just how I think of it.
Who said who's the teammate who has nutmegged you the most? Is
Oh
that
yeah,
Glenn?
that's my man Juan. He graduated in the fall. Who's nutmegged me the most? Personally, I don't even really know. I know there's quite a few times in those rondos we were warming up, and it'd be pretty embarrassing sometimes. Just staying there another turn to get nutmegged. I mean, I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head that was way more than anybody else, but I got humiliated a few times. What about you?
You get them back though, right?
I'm a
You put in a
defender,
good
not
challenge.
that much.
Put in a good
Yeah,
challenge.
I mean, I'll give a challenge, but I'm not the nagging type, you know.
Yeah.
So, how you been doing during this quarantine and pandemic? What you been up to?
Yeah, so my quarantine routine, um, I usually wake up around 10ish, and then I make myself some breakfast. Um, After that, I'll work out in my basement for about an hour. I usually work out 5 to 6 days a week. What about you?
Yeah, pretty much the same, like 5, 6 days a week.
Yeah. And then um, afterwards, I'll play soccer or go for a run. Usually both, but soccer, it's like 4 to 5 days a week. And then running, I usually try like 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah,
Um, and then rehab, of course, ankle injury. It wasn't too bad, but still getting over it. So doing a
what
lot of
happened?
rehab for that.
What happened with
How's
your
your
ankle?
ankle?
I was just about to ask you what happened with yours.
Oh, word. Yeah. So the trainers like didn't know really what it was, and honestly, it was just like they say that it was probably just like a minor sprain that turned into like
Mm-hmm.
something worse over time, just overusing it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now's a good time to make sure I get that rehab in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, here, um, literally like the day before I flew back after winter break, um, I injured it, and I thought it was just a really bad sprain because I've rolled my ankles like so many times, and it was like super swollen. So I had to walk through the airport. My ankle's like this big, and I was a pain.
Jeez.
And then I got back. I took a few weeks off, and it was weird because like the swelling wasn't like fully gone. Because every other ankle
Hmm.
injury it had, it just took a few weeks. It was gone, and it didn't really hurt. So then I started training again. Um, and then I was like, then it started hurting more on the inside of it. So then I got
Yeah.
checked out over spring break. The doctor said I had a small fracture. So then I totally stayed off it pretty much for like six
Yeah.
weeks. And then that was just a couple weeks ago. I tested again, like did some running, jumping on that. And it felt pretty good. So I went back again. And then he said, like right now I'm just easing back into it again. So
Hmm.
if it starts hurting again, I'll probably have to get surgery. But so far so good with that. So
Yeah, that's good.
and then Owusu, Owusu, Owusu 12. He said, "Do you think you both will transfer to a D2 or D1 program?" I'll let you answer that first.
Honestly, I think D3 soccer is like really good, especially like with academics and
Mm-hmm.
balancing everything. Obviously, you've touched upon it in a bunch of your YouTube videos as well, but I think that's like the biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've had people ask me that, and like, I just try to keep my focus on the next season or next semester. So, I mean, if God gives me the right opportunity and it's clear like I should take it, then I'll transfer somewhere else. But for right now, I feel pretty good, and I just got like an RA position at my school too, so that
Word.
will help a lot with costs. So then that's another thing. Like transferring can be a lot more complicated, and
Yeah,
sometimes you can end up in a worse position if you do transfer than if you just stayed
yeah.
there, kept.
It's like it's restarting the process, but I feel like
Yeah.
especially now, like it's really hard to transfer with
Oh yeah.
obviously COVID-19 and everything going on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And international students especially, it's mad hard for them
Mhm.
to try and come over to the US right now.
Yeah. So I mean, unless it's something like really clear, like I need to take this opportunity, probably gonna stay where I am, but we'll
Yeah.
see. So how did your freshman season go?
Yeah. So our team was pretty young this year. We usually started like 7 to 8 freshmen. We started off strong. We had a bunch of big wins at first, and then we had some struggles throughout the year. Our senior captain got hurt, and then um, it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. But we're gonna be back this year because we have a bunch of returning players, and
Mm-hmm.
I started over half the games. Um, I thought it was a good experience so far for freshman year, just getting experience and
Yeah, for sure.
learning from the upperclassmen and stuff like that. What
Yeah,
about you?
same here. Same here, pretty much. We have a really young team. Um, I wasn't really satisfied with how we finished as a team, then personally, but like overall, I think it was a good learning experience, and it's definitely a good challenge. And it just like humbles you. Like you still got to work harder, no matter.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
I was in super good shape coming in, and it was still like I still got to just keep working harder every year.
Yeah,
Um, so that's what's the beauty of it, though, I guess. And then so. Um, and then what's if you can just give like a fairly quick summary, like your recruiting process, how you ended up at the school you're at right now.
yeah. So we touched upon it earlier about some of our recruiting stories, and
Yeah.
then obviously for me, there were some I didn't really consider junior colleges that much because I kind of wanted to go to 4 year school,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a few places that were like, yeah, you'll play like the full 90 here, and to me it was like obviously I didn't want it to be like that because like academics and like I still wanted to work for something.
Yeah.
I don't just want like something like given to me that easily, and I thought that it was a good opportunity, especially when um, I went to Anna Maria. My coaches, I thought that they had a very good vision of where they want the program to go, and then also upperclassmen, I thought they were very welcoming as well, and we just got a brand new turf that this year is the first year, so I thought that was pretty dope.
So did the coaches find you, or did you reach out to them, and were there like camps and all that involved?
Yeah,
Or
so I think they reached out to me first. I had a highlight video up, um, and yeah, basically from there I just kept in touch, and yeah, I knew it was like the place.
yeah, same here. Like I emailed a lot of schools, and then obviously only a few of those reply, and then my school is definitely one that seemed the most interested. Like every week, phone
Hmm.
call, email back. Um, and they were really consistent because I had some other schools like they're interested in me, I was interested in them, but the communication was just so bad or
Yeah.
inconsistent. So that's kind of a turn off.
Hmm.
So
For sure.
yeah, and then same here. Like I knew it was the right decision and it was my best option. So
Yeah.
so I know you're just talking about. We were just talking like right before this about like your the training program for your school in
Yeah.
college. So how's that been going? And like has it changed since last year coming in as a freshman to now?
Yeah. I think it's a little different because it started earlier, of course, with what's going on. We were supposed to have our spring season, um, which kind of sucked. That
Mm,
that had to get canceled, but obviously for good reasons. And
yeah,
um, yeah, so we have timed mile runs or mile or 2 mile runs that we have to put in every week just to stay accountable. And I think it's really good to make sure that everyone's checking in. And then we also have team Zoom meetings once a week. Do you guys have team Zoom meetings or?
um, we had one, and then once we get the recruits, it sounds like we're gonna do that. Like all the recruits
Yeah,
finished, which I think they just pretty much finalized. We're gonna do
yeah,
those more often. So
yeah. I think now most colleges are finally finalizing like all
yeah,
the recruiting process for this year. So
yeah. Like I remember my freshman year going in. I heard about the fitness test, and then I was like, this is crazy. Like that was
Yeah, for sure.
because that's like that was one of the biggest shocks of like. So remember I played with the guys over the summer, and it was like this is a good level. Like it's definitely gonna challenge me. But the fitness was another thing. It's just like, man, that's that's something I really had to work for. And it's not like I was in bad shape, but it's still like you can never be in too good of shape.
For sure.
Been asked preseason, what's a good 1 mile or 2 mile time to aim for? 2 mile, I think my school, the last 2 years we run 20s for a fitness test. Before that we had a 2 mile. I think you had to get a 2 mile in 12 or 13 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's pretty hard.
Yeah, that's tough. I know that a bunch of different colleges do different fitness tests.
Mm-hmm.
I heard, obviously you talk to a bunch of different players at different schools, and they tell you like their fitness tests. And I know one of my friends had to do like 800 or something. But then there's also like the beep test, Man-U test. Yeah.
Another one I saw, Matt Sheldon Become Elite does this one a lot. The John Terry one, where if you have a treadmill,
yeah, for sure,
it's like 12% incline, and then you run. I think you do 15 is what you aim for. For 20 seconds, you pretty much sprint. I think his is like 12 miles per hour or something like that. And then for 40 seconds, you just rest. And that one's really hard. And that's kind of like how our fitness test is. It's similar to that.
Yeah.
So those kind of intervals are really good to train for like 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. And then if you can get your 2 mile under 13 minutes, you're pretty good. If you can get under 12, that's really good. If you can get a mile, like under 6 minutes, good. 5.5 or 5 minutes, that's really good. So those are pretty good, like times to aim for, I would think. Would you agree?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I ran a mile like a couple weeks ago, like all out, and I think I got like 5:55 or something like around there. And I've been around 6 like right now. Obviously, right now I'm focusing mostly on like strength training, especially like after I got my wisdom teeth out, I had to be lighter on the conditioning and stuff like that. So that was pretty good. But I'd say like focusing on fitness is important, but also remembering that you don't really run straight out like a mile straight or 2 miles straight in a game. And I think that like it's a lot of sprint stopping in soccer. So like the beep test, I think that's like a good a good test, especially in like Man-U test or just like running intervals, because you have that like that sprint time, but then you also have the recovery time, which is the jog back.
Yeah. I think some people think if I just run a mile a day, I'll be good, and it's definitely good overall. But if you want to be like soccer specific, suicides, those interval runs are really good. I think that's why our coach changed our fitness test to 120s, because we have 20 seconds to get down. Or no, sorry. We start out, we have 18 seconds to get down and 42 to come back. So the 18 is like a solid, almost sprint stride, and the 42 is like a jog. And you're still not going to run 120 yards straight in a game, but it is a lot more realistic. I mean, obviously, I think ideally do both, just go on long runs and then incorporate that shorter stuff in. But that's a good point brought up.
We have a few questions in here. Is playing for an MLS Academy good for going D1? Yeah, if you're playing for an MLS Academy, you have a good shot of going D1 for sure. If it's the best route, I don't know, because I mean, if you're MLS Academy and you can just go straight to the MLS or go for like to a second team, that's like better, I'd say, if you really want to pursue that right away. But if you still want to get an education and go to a 4-year school, then yeah, that's really good for going D1.
That's exactly what I was going to say too.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Favorite YouTuber?
Favorite YouTuber, Brendan said that. Do you have someone that you watch all the time, or
lately I haven't been watching as much, so I'm trying to make my own stuff. But I'd say favorite YouTuber, I just have to choose Matt Sheldon to become elite because, like, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be making my own stuff. Like, that's how I thought this was like a cool idea. And he's like the first person, like, he set the precedent for
Yeah,
all of
for sure.
these guys. You see more and more of them, like me and you, making videos, college
Yeah.
soccer, professional soccer, how to do it. So he'd have to be the one for me. What about you?
Um, I really like watching college athletes, especially just like their day in lives and stuff like that, and their
Mm-hmm.
what they eat. Just seeing like what they do, because obviously everyone does something different.
Yeah.
And they all have their own twist on it. But Devontae, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
you know him, of course, yeah. So honestly, I've been watching him a lot. I I texted him a couple times, and he was just telling me about like D3 sports and stuff like that, and just like how like there's nothing to be like ashamed about or anything like that. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like there's if you think about it, like there's not that many people playing college sports in general,
Yeah.
and so he's I feel like he set the precedent for like D3 sports especially too.
Yeah. He would
Um,
be my second pick for sure because he's the
yeah,
first one I ever saw D3
yeah, for
on
sure.
YouTube. And it was cool because back when I was starting, like when I made my first day in the life, he was like, "Oh yeah, send it to me. I'll go watch it." And then he commented on a few of my videos and texted
Yeah,
me. Back when he had like 50,000 subs, and now he has like almost 200,000 or something. Like,
yeah.
it's cool
What's
to see it.
crazy? Yeah. What's crazy is I found him at 1,700 subscribers,
Wow.
and he was it was in May, it was early May or end of April that I found him, and his channel just exploded like the next week.
Yeah.
Like after I found him, like how's he at 10K? Like he literally just like hit
Yeah.
2K like a week ago.
Yeah. That's crazy because I found him like late November, and I'm pretty sure like 50, 60,000. So I was like,
Oh,
a
right, yeah,
lot
he was
for
pretty big
D3.
by
And
then.
now, sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, he was big by then. Yeah, he
Yeah.
started blowing up.
Yeah. And he's another like inspiration, like, I think different genre than like Matt Sheldon. Like, Matt Sheldon's a lot more like how-to tutorials, and
Yeah,
he's a lot more entertaining. Like, but some of his are really cool, like mic'd up in games, and you see he's gonna go try and play pro in the G League.
yeah,
What other France? I think he said Australia or Spain
yeah.
too. Like,
Spain, yeah,
that's really
Spain and
cool to see
Australia.
that, and it's good for other D3 players to see someone else doing it, showing you how it's done, going
Yeah,
pro. Different sport, but really cool to see. What's
yeah.
up, Kyle? What's up, Trey? What's up, Alex? What's up, Josh? All these people I didn't say hi. If y'all have any more questions, go ahead and ask us.
Everyone's joining now. I don't
I
know.
know.
They missed all the info, but
I know, man.
hey, we'll take questions now.
Yeah, if y'all have any more. I play for Indiana Fire MLS Academy, which is associated with Chicago Fire. Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's something I've always wondered about those MLS academies. And then now they're changing the whole league because
Yeah,
they shut down DA. So,
yeah,
but they've already sounds like they're working on that.
yeah. Wait, can you change it to Q&A right now
Let me see.
so they can ask questions? I think.
I don't know how to do that. Hold up. Yeah, we were just talking about Devontae.
Yep.
You know how to change a Q&A?
I
I
don't
think it's
know.
just the questions box on the bottom.
Oh, is it? Is it there? I don't know
Yeah,
how
where it
people
has a
change it.
question in the cards, because that's where Ben put his, but everyone else just did in the chat. So
Oh, weird.
either way,
Can you show me how to rainbow right now? Right now? Oh,
it's
Jesus.
just on there.
Uh, I mean, I'm in my basement. I don't know about that though. I don't know. If I'm in a rainbow, it's gonna hit the ceiling. It's just gonna hit the ceiling.
Man's got all the tekkas, all the tricks. I don't got any of that.
Yeah, but I feel like your channel, it's more similar um, to like Matt Sheldon, and then Become Elite. If he goes by that, and then I'd say my channel is like more similar to like a Devontae channel, where it's like more entertainment. on the
Yeah.
entertainment side, because I feel like a lot of my viewers, like if I'm doing how-tos or just like
Hmm.
explanation videos, it's not like the content that my viewers are searching for
Yeah.
or wanting. So I think when I do like day in the lives or stuff like that, it's more like um just like it brings more viewers that like are tailored for my channel that are
Yeah.
watching.
Well, you want to have like obviously like when I went into it, I was like, I want to make it more informational. I'm not the comedian and the most entertaining dude. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make it like from the beginning. That's how I want to do it. And then it's great having people that make it entertaining to like show
Yeah.
the fun side. Because I'm realizing so many of my videos just me sitting here talking and like,
Yeah.
to be
And I
honest, I
think
wouldn't be that
yeah.
interested watching some of my own videos, but people are,
Yeah.
you know, I want to help people learn, and then, you know, you help people entertain them, show them the fun side of it. That's a good way too, because I'm just talking through it, but you're showing you on campus with your teammates, all that stuff. That's a
Yeah.
good way to do it as well.
I think I think it's good um that people have their own twists on their channel, because
Yeah.
some people are better at certain types of videos, and that's just like what it is. Um, but I think mixing it up too, it's also good. And then like collaborating with other YouTubers, of
Yeah.
course. I've had a bunch of people reach out, but I think it's just like a good way to help grow your channel and help the other person out. And
Yeah, for real.
um, yeah, but then you can like mix your content, and I think that's really a good way to grow your channel.
That's like the whole point of it is just connecting with other people. Because if you're just in it thinking about like I want to make money from this or that, like that's not really the
Yeah,
right mindset. But it is really cool, like just making videos and getting to know people. Like I would have never met you if I didn't start making my own YouTube channel.
yeah,
So,
for sure. And same here.
and I'm thinking like I should have started trying to collaborate, do these things sooner because like when I put my story, I'm gonna go live with you. I already had like 2 people say like, oh, I want to do the same thing or like talk, have an interview. So it's
Mhm.
like that's one of the best ways, and even not like it's great for the growth of your channel, but it's still like I want to get to talk and know other people doing the same thing as me. So that's the really cool part about it. And I was also going to ask you something like that, um, like what have you learned from having your own YouTube channel, and like what's your experiences? What have you taken away from it so far?
Yeah, for sure. So, um, my channel, I think that I've gotten out of my comfort zone, and it's helped me with my confidence on and off the
Oh yeah.
field, and being a leader, stuff like that. Like, you don't have to be a captain to be a leader. You don't have to be a captain to communicate, stuff like that on the field. But then also knowing what people want from you, or like how you can help people out in certain ways. Like, obviously, when people ask you questions in your DMs or whatever,
Hmm.
and they just want to know more about college soccer or more about what goes into the recruiting process or any of that. So those were the biggest takeaways, I'd say, when
Yeah.
it comes to the soccer side. And then um, I've made some motivational videos, and then just uh, reaching out to, or having people who reach out to me about like how it's helped them. So that's big.
I see you got all the girls in the chat, man. Jeez.
Going crazy.
Yeah, I relate to that. Like, and that's like the best part about it. You can make it whatever you want. Obviously, you shouldn't switch every week what your focus is, but it's like at the end of the day, like it has helped me gain confidence. Like I'm putting my like what I'm talking about, what I know, what I'm trying to learn from other people out there,
Hmm.
and like that's really cool because you go into it thinking you're gonna help other people or like educate them, and then all of a sudden you're learning so much from other people too, like DMing
Yeah,
you,
for sure.
and you get to help them, but the same ways it's like helping you learn how to talk to people, communicate, try to be a leader in a different sort of way. And
Yeah.
that's really cool, just all of that really. And then what about college soccer? Like what have your experiences been so far with that?
Yeah. So, well, obviously the whole freshman year got ended early, but
Yeah.
I really feel bad for like seniors. Other sports, of course, they had
Oh yeah.
NCAAs just has to like had to make decisions, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that's really good that they gave them extra year. But freshman year, I thought overall was pretty good. What about you?
Same here. I mean, at first it's hard. especially being pretty far away from home. But again, it just helps you become like a better person. Like you learn how
Yeah,
to
for sure.
make new friends all over again, new experiences, like a different level of play, all that stuff just helps you learn, makes you a better person all around. So I think pretty
All
good
right,
first year.
Yeah. Maverick has to go, but he had one question about making money on YouTube, and the answer to that is college athletes right now can't make money off their or can't monetize their videos right now. So
Yeah, I just saw an article that's supposedly by like 2021, 22.
yeah,
They're trying.
2021 August.
Yeah, they're gonna try to pass something where we can some sort of endorsements. It's pretty vague,
Yeah,
but hopefully that goes through.
I think for
What up,
D3
Alfie?
athletes especially.
What'd you say?
Alfonso, someone joined. Do you know most of these people?
A few of them. Alfie, he was my teammate last season. He's
Word.
transferring, unfortunately. Gonna miss him.
Like
Memories, man.
recent. Do you know who Angelina is?
I don't think so. Hold up. Oh, what just happened? Why is my
All right,
screen
I
black
got
now?
Kayla has a question. What is it?
All right, there you go. Gotta go.
What's the question? Stop talking. All right, I'm gonna keep talking. Unless you ask the question. Stop. What? What are you guys talking about? What? We're talking
Too
about
late now.
college soccer. Stop. Yo. Never.
All right, man. You got any more? You got any questions for me or anything you want to
No.
say?
We'll stay in contact, but if this is going on YouTube, everyone subscribe to Josh's channel. And someone asked a question, I think.
Pro relegation for USA. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna try to keep this short because I take that seriously because I think MLS wants to be successful, wants to be competitive. We got to find a way to do promotion relegation. I mean, I just don't know how we're gonna compete with the rest of the world if you don't do that. To be honest, so
Yeah, for sure.
that's what you think too.
Yeah, soccer in the U.S. already has been growing like rapidly, and especially I
Yeah.
think like the designated players like bringing in like Zlatan or like Thierry Henry, Beckham when they did Kaká, just like
Oh yeah.
big names like that like helped U.S.
Mm-hmm.
soccer a ton.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going in the right direction. I think in the end, promotion relegation, just how I see it, that's what makes the league the most competitive, like top to bottom. But in America, we do things a different way, so it would be hard for people to understand that to make it work. But we'll see. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon, but we'll see. Beckham
Yeah, I got
effect.
2020 vision, by the way. If I can, yeah, I can see that. Any
All
other
right. Well,
questions?
I'm gonna try to wrap it up quick. If y'all got any final questions, because I'm gonna try to post this on my Instagram, and YouTube. If I'm being honest, I don't got that much storage in my phone, so it's been about 40 minutes. So it's your last
Jeez.
chance, y'all.
All right, you got 20 seconds to say something.
20 seconds.
What's good?
What's up, Chris?
What's up? Teammate?
I think he followed me a while ago. I think I followed him back, but
Word.
all right, time's ticking.
Yep. Till it hits 10:40, we're bouncing.
Camera. Oh, okay.
Kyle, I use iMovie or Final Cut Pro, but I went back to iMovie because Final Cut Pro was glitching out.
Oh, that was something real quick. I wanted to ask you too about like editing now that you have. I'm assuming you have more time. Like, what's your during the week? Like, how do you edit?
Yeah.
You just said what software you use, but like, what's your schedule look like for all that?
Yeah. So honestly, it kind of depends on the day. If, especially with working out, soccer, running, whatever I'm doing that day. It depends on what I'm gonna edit or how much I'm gonna edit. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. These comments are getting me dead.
I know. Yeah, go before they get too crazy now.
I know. We're
All
about to
right,
dip.
so basically, thanks for talking with me, Caleb. It's good to finally get to talk to you. Um, been getting to know him more over the last few weeks, months. He's got a great YouTube channel, Instagram page. When I post this, I'll make sure I link his channel, tag him as well. He's another D3 soccer player. It's really cool to see another D3 student athlete on YouTube, educating people, making it fun, making it interesting. So be sure to check him out if you don't already follow him, subscribe. And then, like I said, I'm going to try to do this every week, hopefully every Sunday, someone different that is in the soccer fitness industry, and just have a good conversation or interview with them. And I'll post on my YouTube a few weeks from now. And I'll also upload it to IGTV. And this will be on my story for the next 24 hours too. So if y'all missed the whole thing, you can watch it again there. But you got anything else to say?
They're just going crazy in the comments. We got
Going off.
we got to dip.
Oh, no. We got. All right. Thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Peace out.
Appreciate your time. Have a good night, y'all. Later.